Hello, welcome to number 10, the Act 2, Scene 3, entrance of Malvolio. And if you would like to, yep, it works, here it is. I'm just here on, what's it called, Spark Notes. They're all singing, look here, on the 12th day of December. Maria's with them. It's Sir Andrew, Feste and Toby. Oh, for God's sake, shut up. It's after midnight. You've been drinking. Everyone's trying to sleep. And Malvolio enters. And he says, "Are you all crazy? What's wrong with you? Are you all making this noise at this time of night because you've no manners or just because you're stupid? Are you trying to turn my mistress's house into a noisy bar? Is that why you're squealing out these ridiculous, vulgar songs without lowering your voices at all? Don't you have any respect for anything?" So Toby, "We do have respect for something. We respected the beat of the song, sir. So shut up." So they've translated it as shut up, this snack up. When you see the video, they sort of translated it as take your hat off, which it isn't really. But he makes Malvolio take his hat off because that's what you have to do in the presence of a superior. And it's like Sir Toby's saying to Malvolio, take your hat off in the presence of a superior, please. Anyway, we'll come back to that. "Sir Toby, I've got to be frank with you. My lady told me to tell you that while she lets you stay at her house because you're a relative, she doesn't approve of your behaviour. If you can shape up, you're welcome to stay in the house. If you can't and you'd prefer to leave, she's very willing to say goodbye to you." "Goodbye, sweetheart, I'm going to leave you now." I think I've got the tune from the actual play. "No, good Sir Toby. You can tell from his eyes that his life is almost over." Sorry, I couldn't get the wrong note. "Oh, is this how it's going to be? But I will never die, Sir Toby, that's a lie. This behaviour really makes you look great." I said happy birthday. "Should I tell him to go? What if you do? Should I tell him to go and be harsh with him? Oh, no, 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 don't you dare." "That's out of tune, sir. You lie. You're nothing more than a servant here. Do you think that just because you're a goody two-shoes, no one else can enjoy themselves? Really important. There'll be no more cakes and ale." "It certainly will. They'll have double helpings too." "You're right. Go polish your steward's chain, sir. Maria, bring us some wine." "Miss Mary, if you cared what Lady Olivia thinks about you at all, you wouldn't contribute to this rude behaviour. I assure you she'll find out about this. By this hand, like me, I'm going to tell her." Okay, and if you would like to now watch the performance.
"So do I too. He does it with a better grace, but I do it more natural."
I just like this beginning, but I like the singing.
With never a penny of money. Pardonnez-moi, j'avoue en prie. Let me come forth of the low country with never a penny of money. We be so free. My masters, are you mad? Or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gaggle like tinkers at this time of night? Do you make an ale house of my lady's house, that you squeak out your cosy as catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect? of place, persons, nor time in you.
We did keep time, sir. In our catches, snack up.
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbours you as her kinsman, she is nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear, since I must needs be gone.
His eyes do show his days are almost
Is't even so?
But I will never die.
Toby, there you
This is much credit to you.
What and if you do?
Shall I bid him go and spare not?
Oh, no, you dare
Not. Out of tune, sir, you lie. Art any more than a steward? Dost thou think because thou art virtuous there shall be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, by Saint Anne, and ginger shall be hot in the mouth too.
That is the right to go, sir. Rub your Jane with crumbs. A stoup of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, if you prized my lady's favour at anything more than contempt, you would not now give means for this uncivil rule. But she shall know of it by this hand. Go.
Okay, so that's the scene, and I just wanted you to look at one I've lost. I wanted you to look at the Kenneth Branagh one. I think they do quite a good entrance, Malvolio, there. And this is them laughing around at 12 Days of Christmas. I'll just put that bit on. There's only a minute here.
My masters, are you mad or what are you?
So there, just that bit. Right, so I think that was everything. Now then, I have revamped. Just let me open the curtains because it's depressing me. Sitting in the dark as much as anything. There. Look, I've revamped my planning sheet. There's functions, there's features of comedy, and there's dramatic methods. And I'm just going to get the other bit that I wanted to have up here. Here we go. So, what's prepared us for that bit of the play? Really, not very much. So, it prepares us. We know who Malvolio is. We know everyone is. It prepares us for the gulling of Malvolio and the tricks played on him, which is in itself maybe a comment on the class system. I think that's it, isn't it? Oh yeah, so now I have to go on about it. So it's basically setting up that plot. I better write that. Setting up that plot, and it's the sort of you could call it the trigger of that plot. So we know who all the people here, and here's the trigger. You could say it deepens. Deepens is the wrong word. It continues the type of Malvolio, the killjoy steward, very starchy. Maybe you could say Sir Toby, Sir Andrew. But really, what's more impressive is it deepens the character and undermines the type of Maria, the servant maid, who they hardly ever get mentioned, and she's got quite a lot here. And that, you might say, is gender norms being explored. So we've got class here and we've got gender here. We're being prepared for this gulling later, and you might talk about the fooling of Sir Andrew, or at the same time, I'm not sure actually. So yeah, later, the later plan, that's how I'm going to go on to it. Sorry to be so like, what would you call it, hard to follow. Right, so features of comedy here. We've got sort of slapstick, sort of buffoonery. I hope you like that word. Not quite sure how many F's it's got in it. I'll put 2 and cross one out. Oh, looks better with 2. And then what's his name? Malvolio comes in and ruins that, changes the tone of it. Any other features of comedy I want to write about? The comic villain, he nearly is, Malvolio. Might have verbal sparring between Sir Andrew and Sir Toby. Haven't got any cross-dressing or anything like that in it. I think that's about it really for this one. So the main features of comedy is it's the setup of the great comic joke. I'll write that down. Setup of the great comic action. I want to say the entrance and the appearance of Malvolio. You can see that the Kenneth Branagh had even more of an entrance. He looked even more ridiculous. So that's a big dramatic method I'm going to have. And apart from that, that's my main one. I'm going to have pointings. Who's pointing at who? I'm going to have the bit about the hat. I'm going to have the singing and the ignoring. So the others are all going to be on a smaller level. That's going to be my main kind of drama one. There isn't really dramatic irony in this scene. Okay. And I will give you more details in video 2 of this. Video 2 of lesson 2.